Good morning, interwebs. I'm up. I think I slept for like 8 hours, which is lovely. It's very windy out, and I actually thought it was raining this morning, but it must not have been because Steve and the kids are out splitting wood, so if it were raining, they would not be doing that. So it must have just been that windy that things were like hitting the house. But needless to say, it made for really nice sleeping this morning, and I think I slept more soundly than I have in a few days, so that's exciting. Now, I'm as around as I'm getting for the time being, and I'm making some tea. I'm going to sit down and go play some games with one of my kids, and then we will see what the day brings. I really have no plans, other than it occurred to me a minute ago that I didn't sew yesterday, and I meant to sew some bags. So today, I will sew some, to make up for that, and just generally because I need to. And my wind chimes are just going nuts. Steve unwound them. They had gotten themselves all bound up, and so they weren't tinkling, they were just like bang bang banging. Let's see if we can see them. There they are, just outside my window, so I can listen to the pretty tinkle tinkle as the wind blows super aggressively today, but good sleep, so I guess it's okay. Good morning, interwebs. It is 11:36 at night. So, you're only like 12 hours into my day. But believe me, you didn't miss much, or at least not much that's notable to you. So, I did notably start my day wearing this lovely poncho here till I got too warm and I had to take it off. So, that's a weird problem to have. 'Tis the changing of seasons where I wear one outfit in the morning and I end up changing by the end of the day. But, I thought I'd be good. I was wearing the poncho over the shirt, and I have on, a skirt that shows my legs. But apparently it was too warm with the poncho. But I've been very comfortably temperatured, like so. This evening, my daughter helped me wind some yarn into balls. So that was helpful. I did some work on my reading shawl. I feel like I did other things. I cooked some macaroni and cheese, though we didn't have any macaroni, so we did it with radiatori and cheese for lunch from scratch. And then for dinner, I made pork chops with my home canned barbecue sauce and steamed cauliflower and pork and beans on rice. So that was tasty. And then I also put together this today, which we are going to be taking part in another another readathon called Fantasyathon. It runs from April 5th to the 15th, which is a Friday through Monday, and there's a number of challenges. So there's a challenge to read a diverse fantasy, a challenge to read a debut or a backlist title, which I think is funny because it means you can read something new or something old. There's a challenge to start or read on in a series. The next one is to read something that's a hype train, which means that it's been heavily hyped on BookTube, which talked about a lot. Finish a book that you DNF'd. Not necessarily a book that you DNF'd because you didn't like it, but a book that maybe you just weren't in the mood for at the moment. Read something that's in a different genre or format than you normally do, and then do some kind of experience, like a meal. Or they keep saying do a bath that's inspired by a book, which I think is weird, and I'm not going to be doing that part, but we'll probably do a poetry tea time or something. Is there a reason you're so upset, Cat? Okay. So I went through and I enumerated the books that we plan to do. We're going to read some audiobooks together as a family. We're going to do some physical books together. My daughter and I are doing a buddy read of The School of Good and Evil, and Steve is kind of reading along as it's convenient for him. And then these are books for me to read by myself. There's actually one more book for me to read that I haven't added on there yet that I decided. For the challenge of reading something in a different genre, I read basically all the genres right now. I'm reading, what do you mean by format primarily is what it's aimed at. So if you don't usually read juvenile or middle grade or YA or adult, read outside of your comfort zone, which my daughter and I are going to read a graphic novel because I don't read near enough of those. But I was like, well, what is an area that I don't read? And I don't read bodice ripper romance. Just not my thing. So I decided that I would read the the first one that I came upon that just like seemed like the right choice. And so I'm going to be reading a book called In Her Fantasy, I think it's something like that. Anyways, when I typed in fantasy romance, it was like the first thing that popped up on Libby, and it met my qualification, which was that I wanted a shirtless man on the cover. And it has a shirtless man with no head. His head is cut off on the cover, and there are like some sort of sea creature behind them, like a otter or something. I think they're supposed to be selkies, actually, by reading the synopsis. Let's see if I can show you the picture, because it's quite humorous. Now, I'm not knocking anybody who reads this sort of book all the time. It's just, it's not for me. But it's called In Her Secret Fantasy. Ooh, and then see, there's like seals or something back there. So, I will be rereading that. I assume that won't take me a huge amount of time. I don't know. So I have a bunch of things on the agenda tonight. Today is baking day. My daughter, I guess I should show you that. My daughter baked 2 of the 4 items today. She made coffee cake, and she made some Amish friendship bread with dried cranberries in it. So here's the cranberry bread. There's the coffee cake. And here is the starter that I need to, actually, I think it's this one. Nope, I was right. That's the starter that I need to use from. So, we only have 1 egg, so I'm probably going to make biscotti, and I might make cookies, or I might make crackers. I have to go and look. So, I guess you'll know by the end of the night what I decide on. I also need to film a video, and I need to edit a video and a vlog tonight. So, you know, I'll be busy, but it'll be good times. And as soon as midnight hits, I can start reading for the readathon. So, in about 15 minutes, I'll put on an audiobook. I'll probably start listening to The Magician King, because that one I'm more excited about than The Night Circus. But we'll see. I might change my mind between now and then. And apparently I'm going to go feed the cat, so the cat will be quiet. Are you hungry? Yeah, okay, I'm going to go feed the cats.